back at it. Sorts a short session tonight. Going away for a couple days. Alright, we back at it. Back at it, back at it. Dun, dun, dun.
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself.
Let's do this.
I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
And I thought last summer's epidemic was difficult.
The Pembroke is so lucky to have Dr. Reed around. I met him in New York.
If only there were more of us, with less resignation and more determination.
I know I can count on you. I wish I could save you.
Good evening, Dr. Timmons.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Yes, indeed. But don't worry, I am perfectly capable of taking care of myself.
I will see you later.
What do we got here? What do we got here? Oh.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think
We got
about
a little bit of
preserving your
mesmerized
strength.
there.
No, we must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more, unto the breach.
Once more onto the breach.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
Nothing there, huh? Alright. Huh. Okay, okay.
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets.
Gotta try and help some people that are not the healthiest.
Hey, Doc.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay.
See if we can give him some
How can I
medicine.
get better in such a dump?
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
Okay.
How long do you think you can escape the
go.
law, Clay?
Got a little
I
bit
know
more
this city
unlocking.
like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day, I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
I am the leader of the Wet Boot Boys.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Cool, I got some extra XP for helping him. Nice. See, I've got to help them guys more often. Is there anybody else I can help sick? Nothing in the box. Oops, wrong way. Gotta be someone else around I can help, huh? There's gotta be a way around this way. Not that far away. Who's this guy? Oh, that's the morgue guy. That's right. I've talked to him already. Let's see if we can give him some medicine now.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Yes, you as well.
Do you need medical attention?
Well, the proximity of the dead is not the most healthy company, even if the quiet can be appreciated.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Don't take too many risks with your health, Mr. Chidana. None of us are immune to this disease.
And that is a good thing. Death and disease is a constant reminder of our mortality. But you have my thanks, Dr. Reed.
Nope, nothing unlocked there. And nothing unlocked there.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
Alright, plus 50 XP, that'll work, that'll work. Hey, it's a step in the right direction. Getting it done, getting it done. shucks. Ain't nowhere to go. Quarantine influenza. What's this one? Oh, I think I've seen this one. Contagious disease. I like looking out. Ah! You're gonna make me go around. Ooh, can I get in there? You sure are. What about through here? I'd find some scowls. Skulls. Scowls, whatever they be called. Whoa, where am I at here? I don't think I've been in here before. Oh yeah, and this is another entrance into the hospital. Okay. Like the administration building or something. Oh man, where did I go?
I cannot enter.
Man, I went the wrong way. Alright, we're going the right direction now. Do you need some help?
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require medical assistance, Nurse?
I will be fine. As soon as I can get some sleep.
Nurse, you won't be able to help people if you're sick. Take this, and do try to get some rest.
I'll try, Dr. Reed. Thank you.
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Cool. Your XP definitely goes up when you help people, so that's good to know. So, gotta keep helping people. Gotta keep helping them. Whitechapel, we're definitely gonna run into something. This guy, ferocious scowl. I just don't know if I got the strength to deal with that dude right now. I don't know if I need to go that way. Nothing around these parts to pick up. I could have sworn in the earliest 20th there were. I'm surprised we didn't have any any vehicles they would let me drive. I've seen plenty of vehicles around, but. Well, ain't that a goddarn tune? Well, shucks.
It's locked.
That's a different symbol than the normal being locked symbol. Alright, through the vampire hunters I shall go. District status critical. That is, oh shit, wrong button. That is not good. You know, for being a vampire, you go down pretty quick. Just saying. Come on. Come on! Pretty slow loading screens for a PlayStation 4 Pro, I must be honest, but I know it's seems like the better the graphics get, the longer load times get. I guess it only makes sense, I guess.
Look lively! It's on to us! Over there! One of them burning! Don't look!
Oh, what an asshole. Okay. I remember coming this way. Might run into that beast in that scow, though. That's the way of the scow.
You got any people watching it, baby?
Nah, not tonight. Unfortunately. Oh. Bummer.
I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable. I can't believe I'm doing this.
How do I get in?
I have this thirst for blood.
Damn. Man, how do I get over there? Whatever. Let's go, bitches.
Not a good place, this boys!
Oh yeah, I'm getting better at this. A blinker skull, huh? This guy's gonna be tough. Oh my god, where the fuck are you all coming from? Dude, there's nothing you can do when there's fucking 100 million of them, holy fuck. Ah. I guess that's the only way I can go. I guess you gotta like outrun them or something? It's the only thing I can think of. I don't know what else you would do. That little stinker! Ah! What's up, whoever's watching? How you doing?
Oh, you want to play? Oh, deal.
Yes, she does. Come here.
Go get Daddy. Go get him. Go get him.
No? You want to bring me the ball? I can't throw it if you don't give it to me. There you go. There's Mommy. She's being nice to you. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna get these sons of bitches. Excuse me. It's already 8:45. See, I'm not even going the right way. How am I supposed to get to where I need to go? It's locked. What the hell am I supposed to do, man?
This is despicable. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Let's turn around if I were you. Oi, you! Stop that!
Guess I might as well. I don't know what else to do at this point. Don't forget to click. Better. Holy fuck, they're everywhere.
Yeah, take this!
Oh, not good.
Yeah, you kid!
do I get to the cemetery? Everywhere I go is freaking locked. Like, everywhere.
I need to talk to you, Edgar.
Please do so.
Do you know anything about the vampire hunters in the East End?
Without a doubt, it's the Guard of Priwen. Zealots to the last man.
Where do they come from?
Once they shared the Brotherhood's ideology on non-intervention. But they concluded vampires were a scourge.
They're definitely well organized and equipped.
They're extremely dangerous and not to be trifled with. To them, you're a feral beast, and I, your accomplice.
So you manage a hospital financed by a vampire?
Yes. Pembroke was founded by Lady Ashbury. She's also our largest donor.
If I may inquire, how did you meet her?
Well, Jonathan, she sought me out and offered me the position. It's been a very profitable partnership for both parties.
A convenient yet expensive way to have a fresh supply of blood on hand, day and night, don't you think?
All vampires drink blood by nature. Me, I praise the lady's exemplary moral fiber.
Nurse Crane will not be returning to Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, really? Did something happen? She seems such a very capable woman.
Well, she was.
She was blackmailing Lady Ashbury. Thought she was murdering patients as some sick upper-class game.
Nurse Crane was playing a dangerous game. She's lucky Lady Ashbury abhors violence.
We'll talk later. Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
My condition cannot be understood by you, mortal. This curse is beyond your science.
I will come and check on you later.
Saying I can ask personal questions. It doesn't have anything to ask, though.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities. Good evening, Nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Alright. I want to ask about her life in London first.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
You must get a hold of yourself, Nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter
For
how
now,
qualified
we'll help
you are,
people.
don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
He's just a grumpy man, that's all.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes, Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Aww. Bummer.
Goodbye.
No! Oh, no. Let's talk to her again.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical help yourself, Nurse?
I'm afraid I've contracted some illness, Dr. Reed.
Not under my watch, Nurse. Take this. You'll feel better.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Ah, bummer. I thought I might have unlocked something.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
What's up with this dude?
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Soldier, do you need assistance?
Not really. I think I caught something in this bloody hospital. I swear I'm dead, yet smiling inside, Dr. Reed.
As long as you remain here, I will make sure you don't have to worry about your health.
Don't think you can do much about it. Damage is done.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's
We're
bliss.
getting through now, man. We're gonna try and
I
get
just
this back up to
escaped death
stable,
in the
maybe healthy.
trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient
close,
here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
I have wasted too much energy for so little result.
It's here again.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Wonder what the heck's going on here.
So many deaths.
Man.
And what of my own life?
Alright, quit your barking.
Simpletons,
Hey!
nurses, bred with no respect.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
See, it's like a big, giant movie.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers Trade Union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Yeah, it makes sense, I guess.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Someone's poached my blanket. Oh, the cold will be... Liars and thieves, every last one of them!
So many deaths. And what of my own?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm afraid I do. Like everyone in this hospital. It's a sad state of affairs when even the hospital workers are worried about disease.
Our job brings us into contact with all kinds of infections, Milton. There's no shame in being ill while you're in a hospital.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. I get the feeling you don't fall sick often. But thanks, anyway.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Make each other, and that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was
he's telling
sick
me how
long
it
before
is
the
right
epidemic,
there.
Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Yeah, he's got a point, Doc.
Goodbye, Milton.
Help this guy out.
Have you found Oswald?
Not yet, sir. I need more information first.
All right. What do you want to know?
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Afraid so. In the war, I was always worried about picking up something, getting some infection. Unfortunately, got that fear in London now.
I will see you later. I have all the information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Damn. I want to help this guy here quick.
Never see so many people die at the same time.
A lot of people had headaches, so what's that? Nothing to refill. Let's go help some more sick people. Go help some more. That dude needs help with bronchitis. What did this dude need help for again? Oh, he's healthy now, okay. So he had a headache, he has bronchitis, she had a headache. So does he, so 3 headaches. Let's go find some of these guys. This helps Milton.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
My condition cannot be understood by you, mortal. This curse is beyond your science.
Well, until the day science finally admits failure, please accept this little contribution.
Thank you, Doctor. Your efforts are admirable, though laughable.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I shall leave you, Mistress.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansey's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Oh, yeah?
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansey has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital instead of a burden.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Just a lot of talking.
Modern medical methods
I can't find my way to the freaking
and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our
patients. I find my way to a locked door that I can't unlock.
Tell me, Waverly.
Even though
what
I
do you
fight
think
vampire
of Dr.
hunters or extremely tough
enthusiasm for his
scouts,
experimental research?
still can't make it
Strickland
through
is
it.
playing with his patients'
I could have
lives
sworn
and pride.
yesterday when I was playing, I made it to
Now
the
that,
part
sir, is
of the
unethical.
cemetery
Are you thinking about something
before
in
that
particular?
mission occurred.
Harvey
And let me go
Fiddick
there
needs
now that I'm
delicate
trying to do
surgery.
the mission. It won't let me go
I
there.
believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
I really hope you're right about this, Dr. Ackroyd. I'm trusting your judgment on this.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his responsibilities, Dr. Reed. There is no need for you to be looking over my shoulder.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Well, at least you're right with that. Alright.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served
Calling
in the
you
war
out,
just
dog?
like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
Oh, I failed that one. Damn.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. Do you need my assistance?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm capable of dealing with this myself. I've just not taken the time to do so.
Then you are lucky that I have taken the time to do so. Consider it a gesture of solidarity between professionals.
I wish this hospital could have received as much attention from you, Dr. Reed. We do not see you in surgery very often.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Punk.
Reads me like a book. I never could keep anything from her.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
That's right, I haven't talked to these people yet. Who's this dude?
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want
want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Yes and no. What time is it? 9:28.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
How painful.
So painful.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening.
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
Oh, I don't have anything for Cestus. Ah.
I will see you later. Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Have you now?
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son
See, I didn't get
despite
much
the
done
epidemic.
tonight except for
It
just
was a
talking to
relief.
people and trying to
It wasn't cheap.
improve the health.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Man. So they didn't
What
have
can
to
you
pay.
tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Back in the
Not
early
much to
20th
say.
century, they didn't have to pay for
Just take care of my
health
Mortimer
care.
and I'll
Or
cover
wait,
all the expenses. That's all
or,
that matters.
Does England not... See, I'm not up on
Are you
Europe.
really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a
I
more
wonder if in
humble
England, do they
origin,
not
if I
have
may
to
say
pay
so.
for health?
Yes.
Is it like in
Thanks to my
England?
husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
It's pretty forward, too.
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
Do you know you're the only one who's asked me this? No. I don't feel well, actually.
Damn it. I thought I had something for anemia. Alright, quit your barking before you even get started. Bummer. Man, sworn.
I will see you later. Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Man, I could have sworn that I had stuff for anemia.
We may lack the resources, but we have some of the most brilliant minds in London at Pembroke.
Does the student need help?
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Do you need my medical attention, dear colleague?
I would have been confused if anyone other than you had asked that question, Dr. Reed. But your help is welcomed.
Right.
There is no shame in helping each other. We're colleagues, after all.
Many doctors I have known are too cynical to think that way.
Hippocratic Oath. Yeah, cool, man.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Ooh. Those two don't like each other.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Yeah, come on, get out of the way, fool. Well, I guess unfortunately I might have to call it an evening tonight. I got to get up extremely early. Let's go back up to my room. See if we can make some stuff. Ooh, we got some goodies over here. Some type of solution. Nothing back here. Anything in this room? Heck yeah, there is. Codeine. Make something for pain. Man, I can't get into half the places in this hospital. Let's do this thing. Come on now. Bummer. Man, I really thought I had some stuff to make. Nobody's been having a cold lately. I need stuff for pneumonia, bronchitis, sepsis, anemia, fatigue. We don't need to worry about that. No one's been coming at me for fatigue. Oh, crapola. So we're gonna have to see here. Ooh, we got 600. We can get. Ooh, I can do stamina. It's all about stamina. It's used for everything. Need to have that stamina. Now I'm completely out again, but that's okay because I helped a lot of people, so I got all that XP just from helping people. Yes! Back up to healthy. Alright. Cool. Man, this one's serious. Did help a couple people. This dude's got a migraine. I got nothing for that. He's got bronchitis. I got nothing for that. I don't know what he has. Anemia. I need to help her. Sepsis. Some crap, man. I was able to help him and him and her. Him. These two guys. Oh, and him I was able to help. Crap. Man, it is hostile. I need to help these people. Need to make my way back there is all. Fortunately, it'll have to be another night. District status healthy. Alright, we're getting somewhere now. Alright, so sorry, whoever's watching, I'll be calling it tonight. I will be gone for a couple days, so I will not be broadcasting, but I will be back on. Probably if not Tuesday night, Wednesday. So just have to wait and see until then, and I should be playing Vampyr again. So I'll be continuing my journey. Thanks for watching.